Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. She's back. Josefa Vlogs is back with another video about the Netherlands. Remember the reaction I did, the Netherlands is the worst country in Europe? Yeah, she made a part 2. We're gonna check out some comments. Okay, the Afsluitdijk, one of the worst things in the country, not even explaining why. Also pronunciation of the Dutch names are just hilarious. She's mad of all the comments in her prior video, of course. When you're mentally disabled and try to blog. She's mad as fuck after being roasted by YouTube. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna see what she has to say about this on the part 2 of the Netherlands is the worst country in Europe. Here's why.
Hello, fellow travelers.
What we are fighting is institutional racism.
Hello guys. I lived in the Netherlands for a few months and I was shocked at how a developed country not only violates human rights, but also promotes itself as being a European utopia. Today, I'm going to tell you a few facts about the Netherlands so you will not waste your money and your mental sanity in this country. Why is the Netherlands so bad?
So it says as told by one of my subscribers. So one of her people made this video and sent it to her to put on her channel. Is that what it is? Is that what really is going on here?
Number 1. Police brutality. When you talk about police brutality, most people think of the USA, especially with the death of George Floyd
Yeah.
and many other African Americans. But in the Netherlands, police brutality is alive and it's a well-kept secret within the Dutch society.
What we are fighting is institutional racism, approved by the government, approved by the police, approved by professionals, approved by schools. Everywhere, this is so much embedded in the whole society that it makes it very difficult to bring changes to it.
I will say one thing. I'm pretty sure police brutality is a thing everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go, that's a thing.
Everyone is using their power to suppress us.
Extending from Dutch police officers sexually abusing underage, undocumented immigrants to mentally ill homeless people being beaten on the streets for loitering. Such reckless and lawless attitudes, in combination with common and politically sanctioned practices of ethnic profiling, seems to have led to the death of the unarmed Mitch Henriquez, who was thrown to the floor before being strangled to death.
I can't comment on this because I don't know the situation. Maybe he was resisting, maybe not. I don't know. Without having the context behind it, it's hard to say. I know what it looks like, but without seeing the whole picture or the whole, hearing the whole story, it's really hard to make a clear decision on who's in the right and who's in the wrong in this situation. He could have been a bad guy trying to fight all the cops. Who knows?
There has been little response from the ruling political parties to the tragedy. Instead, the mayor of the city stated repeatedly that racism exists neither among local nor national police. Politicians on the national level were instead quick to focus their attention on the riots and protests that followed after the death of Henriquez. A national news website counted a daily average of 35 reported instances of police violence. Information on police brutality is widely said to be opaque, which suggests that the actual number of such cases could be much higher. Other sources show that information requests are often denied, while investigations are no longer independently conducted. A Vice commentary notes that only 0.7% of the annual 15,000 reported cases of police violence get transferred for official investigation. Empirical research conducted by the National Ombudsman shows that official investigations into police violence are often ignored as a result of a lack of institutional self-reflection The first reaction of police leadership to situations of police violence is often one that attempts to protect the officers involved.
I mean, they're always going to protect the officers involved, but really, like I said, without context and then also knowing the channel that it's on, and it's one of Josefa's subscribers that sent the video into her. I'm gonna assume it's very one-sided, but that again, without having context, all a person's left with his assumptions. But there's gonna be violence everywhere. I mean, you're not gonna stop that. So basically, there could be a few isolated events that just get spotlighted in a video like this and makes it look way worse. Who knows?
The same report notes that there is often a feeling of ambiguity among the police over the legitimacy of the police violence. When the researcher confronted an officer by saying that the police should not hit people in their faces, the officer responded, "But when confronted with football violence, I'll hit them anywhere I can." Number 2, the education system. In the Netherlands, everyone goes from primary school to secondary school at the age of 12 and 13. While many studies say that children often show their best sides after about 15 years old. So many children go on to a much too low school here, while they are much smarter. Number 3, the Dutch Armed Forces. For a long time, the Dutch government has cut back a lot on the defense budget. They have sold all of their tanks to Germany and Finland. And now they borrow those same tanks from Germany and they have a tank battalion with them. They don't even own their own tanks anymore. For a time, they even ran out of bullets. Fortunately, this problem has been solved. But
What do they need them for? I mean, do we really all need tanks full of bullets? I mean, come on.
still a black page in the history of the country. Number 4, housing shortage.
I've heard
In the
this.
Netherlands, there is a shortage of new homes. The house prices there are extremely high, and not only in Amsterdam, but everywhere.
It's like that here too, especially after this whole COVID thing. Because see what it is, the government put a stop on people getting evicted because of non-payment of rent during COVID. So for like 2 years, a lot of people that, not a lot, but I mean a lot, I guess, but not everybody. But the people that would take, the kind of people that take advantage, they didn't pay rent for 2 years. Well, then they lifted the ban where you could get evicted because of non-payment. Well, thing is, they didn't say you didn't have to pay the money still. Now you get all these people that got evicted. Now they owe all this money out. So the prices of the housing went up because of supply and demand. Rent prices, I'd say, went up at least 50%, at least, in the last 3 years, 4 years for sure.
A home is almost unaffordable, and it is impossible to buy a house without taking out a cash loan from a Dutch bank. Even rental properties are unaffordable. The only chance you might have is to end up in a depressing old flat.
Or
Number
homeless.
5,
I was about homeless here recently. Trust me, I know all about that.
aging. Especially in the small villages, you can see a lot of elderly people, but not many younger people around, which makes all these places very boring. Number 6,
It's because the younger people don't want to be in a village with nothing to do. They want to go to the city. They want to go to Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Utrecht, you know?
colors. Many people often dress in very colorless attire there. You see very little happy, cheerful, wild colors there.
It's in black and
Especially
white.
in winter, people dress very depressingly.
Everybody's depressed in winter. This is a black and white. Everybody could have the brightest colors on right now, and you wouldn't know because the video is being shot in black and white right now. Like, come on.
The furnishings of many houses are also colorless. Many people mainly use only white in their houses.
boring and colorless. Have they seen Rotterdam? I mean, have they seen all these buildings by the canals that are super, super colorful? Come on now.
Number 7, the weather.
Well, the
In
weather
the
sucks
Netherlands,
everywhere.
there's not much sunlight, especially in the winter. Some people also get winter depression due to a vitamin D deficiency. Many days the wind blows very hard and it is too cold to even go to your local park.
It's like that everywhere. We have bad weather here in the winter too.
Also, it is often very cloudy there. In the summers, it is not hot but more humid. Many houses there do not have air conditioners. Number 8, the dike.
This is very obviously from an American person's perspective. Many houses across the whole of Europe and Britain don't have air conditioning. It's just how it goes. I don't know why it goes that way, but that's just how it goes. And the dike. Yeah, this is that comment about the absolute dike. They were talking about this part of the video, I'm assuming.
The Netherlands is under sea level. There have been many floods in the past. As a result, they also have a dike called the Afshanjuk, which was built on
It's the Os. Well, I'm probably not pronouncing it much better, but it's the Oslu dike. Oslu dike. Not whatever he said. I'm gonna have to listen to it again. That was funny.
The Netherlands is under sea level. There have been many floods in the past. As a result, they also have a dike called the Afshanjuk, which was built on September 25th, 1933, and connects the provinces of North Holland and Friesland.
Wow.
Number 9, natural areas. The Netherlands has very little interesting nature. They do have some nature reserves, but these are very small. They also have a
Not gonna lie, natural nature kind of sucks, guys, because I got a lot of natural nature over here, and it wants to hurt me. There's snakes that come out of the weeds, tons of mosquitoes that want to bite me. There's wild animals out here that get into everything. Maybe it's nice to be built up into a city instead of, out in nature sometimes.
national nature park named Oostervaar de Plassen. Many animals die there from a shortage of food.
I'm sure he
Even
pronounced it
so,
wrong.
feeding animals there is prohibited. In normal nature, animals would move away when winter comes. But this nature area is cordoned off with fences, so there is no natural process. The landscape there is also flat, which is very boring. Only Limburg, a southern province of the Netherlands, has more of a hilly area. Number 10, stores. Many shops in the Netherlands close very early. Shops that are open 24 hours are very rare there. Number 11, firework laws. Many fireworks that are legal in most European Union countries and the USA are prohibited in the Netherlands. For example, fireworks, rockets, and blast fireworks are prohibited. The Dutch government has made these illegal because many people have used them as weapons against the police. They seem to have forgotten that there are enough people who would use them properly and enjoy them.
I mean, you have that everywhere, though. You have a few bad seeds that ruin it for all, you know. But in all fairness, I mean, they probably make good weapons, you know. I mean, but I mean, you're not gonna get that hurt from it. It could cause a fire, though. I could see them being dangerous.
Number 12, freedom of speech. In the Netherlands, it is forbidden to insult the Dutch royal family. You are also not allowed
Okay.
to insult police officers. They can arrest you and even fine you if you do. Nowhere in the law does it say what insulting words are. So, this stupid law works differently for each police officer purely by feeling. These laws take away people's freedoms because you can't give an opinion about everything. Number
I
13,
don't know.
the people. The Dutch people are very
Why is so Pete's a picture of Zwart Pete?
because you can't give an opinion about everything. Number
Well, hold
13,
on here.
people.
That's Zwart Pete, Black Pete, or whatever. That's a Christmas thing.
The Dutch people are very cold, closed, and not very open minded. The Dutch do not want to share their friends, also. For example, when you bring another friend with you to a birthday party in the Netherlands, people might raise an eyebrow. Those who have organized the person's birthday often even get angrier because they didn't expect to see that person. The
Okay.
saying, the more souls, the more joy, is not known in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is also known among expats as one of the most difficult countries in which to make friends. Many expats have a hard time making friends there because people there are often in tight crews and not very welcoming to new people. In countries such as Spain, Portugal, Italy, and many Latin American countries, the people there are much more hospitable, friendly, and nicer than in the Netherlands and most Scandinavian countries.
Good. I don't want to be talking to a bunch of random people. I have anxiety. So I'll make friends at my own pace, and that works.
Even in the USA, the people there are more friendly than in the Netherlands.
Plus, everybody I've talked to from the Netherlands, shout out to you guys, by the way. Super, super cool. Super friendly. So I don't even know what this guy's talking about.
In my opinion, this country is not worth your money. You can have much more fun in Spain for a third of the budget.
Of course, yeah, Josefa vlogs. The ladies from Spain, of course, they're going to be promoting Spain. Oh, what's this say? I agree with her. Unfortunately, born and raised here, what she dealt with, many people do. Funny how in her feelings, she got everyone in their feelings. She got it means she definitely struck a chord. Good for her. Okay, they're shouting her out for all the views. There's a ton of people reacting to it. So was all those views because of her, or was it because it was she was getting promoted, right? One of her fans gave her that video to post on her channel, evidently. So that's that, guys. Let me know down below what you guys think of that. Hit like, hit subscribe, and have a super fun, awesome day. All right, take care. Bye.